Well, good evening, everyone. I was able to pop on for a little bit, even though it's after 9. That's okay. Um, but hello, Johnna from Johnna's Journey. Hope everybody's having a great night. It's actually so much cooler here, and I'm loving it. It's wonderful. It's amazing. I will take it. It's almost cold, but I am not complaining. So thank you, Jesus, that we've had a break in the weather. So I'm very happy about that. So I hope everyone else is maybe enjoying a break in the weather too. Hello, Lenora. I didn't go ahead and try to do the go live with me tonight because I'm not gonna probably be on very long tonight. So I was like, we'll just save that for later. So how are you doing tonight, Lenora? Yes, she is. Yeah, because it was the weirdest thing. It was the weirdest thing. I mean, it's not a weird thing to me because I do it all the time, frankly. But um, I went to make that delivery. I had a drop off. I had a delivery to make to deliver the golf clubs and that little bear yesterday. And something told me whenever I left that I needed to call my mom. But I was like, but I'm going to wait because I have to meet her, you know, the lady that placed the order. And I was just going to town real quick. It was not going to take me very long, and she was there when I got there. And but something just kept drawing me back to the car, and we didn't talk very long. But as soon as I got in the car, without even thinking, it was just like I automatically called my mom, and she did answer, and I knew something. I knew something was off, and I already knew. I had one of my feelings. So anyway, I was like, "Are you home?" And she was like, "No, I'm in the hospital." And the way she was breathing and stuff, I thought she was having an episode because she does have AFib, but she has like a pacemaker. It's not a pacemaker, but she has like a little thingy or whatever. But anyway, she had just been to her doctor's appointment. Everything was amazing. They were even talking about removing that device and all this stuff. So I was like, eh. Well, so she proceeded to tell me what happened, and she had literally just got into. They had just wheeled her basically into the ER. So anyway, I said, well, I had a feeling. I was like, I needed to. No, it's not a defibrillator. Um, but anyway, she was like, yeah, you do that a lot, you know, because I said I just knew that I was supposed to call you. So anyway, even in the hospital, whenever we were sitting there talking, she was like, all of a sudden, she was just like, that is just so weird. Because we were talking about something totally different, and just all of a sudden she was like, it's just so weird. And I said, what? And she was like, that you just knew to call me. And she was like, you do that a lot. And I said, yes, I do it a lot. And I said, I don't know what it is. Well, then my dad said, oh, she probably gets it from me. And I was like, the most clueless person on the earth right now. You know, he really is. I mean, he is not aware. I mean, it's just his nature. He doesn't, you know, and he's a man, you know, they don't always stay on topic and, you know, stay focused. And so anyway, not that I always do either, but anyway, we both had a laugh out of that. Because it was like, oh my gosh. It was like, no. And he goes, well, I'm in tune with my body. And I was like, yes, we do that. I do take after you on that. But the other, no. Because mom was like, I don't know where you get that from. And I was like, I don't know either. I'm beat. We worked outside the majority of the day. Yeah. Yeah, I actually today I've been good. I didn't get to bed until after 2 o'clock last night. So I was like, I wonder what time I'm going to get up. And I woke up and I was just like, oh my gosh, what time is it? And it was 9:15. So, but I did wake up before that. But, wow, you still have your parents. You're so blessed. Is your mom okay? Yes, she is fine. She took a tumble in the grocery store parking lot, is what happened. So, and she hit her head pretty hard. It knocked her out. And, So anyway, they just made sure that everything was good, that there was no bleeding or anything like that, because she is on blood thinners. And they just wanted to make sure she didn't have anything with her head bleeding or anything like that. So everything came out good. Everything's good. Um, her face doesn't look the greatest today, but because last night you really couldn't tell. Me and my dad both walked in and we were like, where's your injuries? Because, she made it sound like I really thought her head was going to maybe be split open, but it wasn't. But she was scratched up. She had scratches on her nose and scratches kind of here on her above her eye, and her hands were really sore because she had tried to, catch herself. So yes, it's like a nagging feeling, and if you ignore it, you end up saying, I knew it. Oh yeah, but anymore, I follow through anymore, because growing up, I used to do that all the time, because it's like, nope, I'm not giving that nothing. I'm just like, whatever. And I didn't used to talk about it at all. I didn't tell anybody. And especially my family, because, not that, I make it sound like my family would just, whatever, but I was like, nah, I'm just not going to say anything, because they're going to think I'm wacko, because I am different. I am different than the rest of my family on some things. Me and my brother are more similar than, but, so yeah. But anymore, I talk about it. I say, I'll even call and be like, okay, I'm having one of my feelings, so I'm just checking in with everyone. I said it could be that it's going to be something that's happening right now, or it could be something that's going to, but I usually do a check-in with people, because I don't ignore it anymore. So thank you, Goofy. Yeah, she's okay. Yes, they did work, Patty. Thank you. Yeah, and hopefully, yeah, she will. It'll be, she's just going to be sore. She's going to be sore because she had a pretty good headache last night. And they did give her some Tylenol, but then they asked her if she wanted more, and she said, no, it's just that kind of headache that it's like, it's bearable, but it's there. So she said, I don't need anything any stronger. She said, it's not like that. It's not like I can't handle it. But she was fine and stuff. She was hungry, actually, because she had been at work all day. And so she went to just pick up a few groceries, and she had got a pizza to have for dinner last night for her and Dad. But anyway, the grocery store was kind enough to take her groceries back in and put them back in the refrigerator and do whatever with them, keep them so she could get them later. So God moves in us now. I move on his inklings. Yes, and that's exactly what it is, Patty. I do believe it's just the whisperings of the Holy Spirit. And because it used to freak me out whenever I was younger, whenever I didn't understand it. And, because it was like, no, I'm not no new agey, whatever, And so it kind of freaked me out. And that's why I didn't really talk about it. But I really do think it's just, it's for the good. It's not on the other side of anything. So, oh yeah, but my mom is 70, she was just turned 76 her birthday. So yeah, she still works. I was worried something like that would scare me. Yeah, and whenever she called me, the way she was breathing and stuff, I was like, again, I thought she was maybe having some kind of an episode, but she had just been to the doctor for a checkup. Everything was great. Blood work was great. Everything with the heart was great. If anything, getting stronger and things like that. And she's never really had, she's not had a heart attack or anything like that, but she did have a mild stroke years ago. But she wasn't affected by it. You would not really tell it, you don't. She just, even when she had it, she didn't really, there wasn't any real effects or anything, but she did have a mild stroke, and a stroke is a stroke, But, like I said, you'd never tell it, you'd never know it. But she still, yeah, she looks young. To me, she looks young for her age. But to me, 75, it's like, that's still, go-getter age. You can still do a lot of things when you're in your 70s. So Thank you, Danae. Yeah, she's doing good. We're very thankful. Thank you, Jesus. I came from a lineage of good people. You know, I did. My grandparents, my mom's parents, I was very close to them. They were, I mean, I had another set of grandparents, but they were not here around me. Um, and so I just didn't get to know them as well. You know, I talked to them, seen them a couple times in my life, but that was about it. But yeah, so my grandparents, I mean, they were definitely good stock people. They were. So let me plug me in because I'm starting to. Oh, my nose. It's probably this lasting heat. Hello, hello, Randy. Anything is possible at any age. Oh, yes. Well, there was like at the grocery that she was at, and I even paid attention whenever I went and took my dad to pick up the car, because they were going to release her and stuff, and so I just went ahead and dropped him off at the car so then he could go back to the hospital then to get her, and I tried to kind of look. I mean, it was kind of hard to see, but I could very much tell there was one area where there's kind of a lip, kind of like an evenness a little bit in part of the parking lot. But up where her car was at, I really couldn't see, but I think it was whenever she went to put her cart back and then came back to the car is when it happened. And I couldn't see kind of really in that area or anything to see if there was anything. So, but she keeps talking about her shoe. Like, she wears Skechers, and she said this one, or her shoe keeps wanting to like catch or whatever. But then she's also said that, you know, she wonders if she's not picking that one leg up all the time. Sometimes she has made a comment about that sometimes with the way she walks, you know, she's not picking up that foot all the way sometimes. So I don't know. It could be a combination of both. It could have just been the way that parking lot was. It could have been all three, you know. But I think she was afraid that maybe she had had a spell or something, because she kept asking, you know, well, why would I pass out? And I said, Mom, you hit your head up here. You went boom, you know. And when you hit your head like that, you know, that's enough, you know, to kind of throw you and stuff. And so she asked the doctor then, could you tell me why I passed out? And she just kind of gave her a grin, and she was like, well, your injury, honey. And I was like, I tried to tell her, you know. So, but I think she was. I think she was afraid there was something wrong, something else wrong, and there wasn't. They didn't find anything else, you know, at all. Oh, Randy, last night my mom took a tumble. She took a pretty good tumble. She had went and got groceries after work and fell in the grocery parking lot. Absolutely. Amen, Patty. Amen. Yeah, because she could have broke her arm, she could have broke a hip, broke her leg, you know, had, you know, an even worse head injury, you know. So that's what we were all saying, you know, at least it was just that and everything's good. Because this woman has already broke her arm 3 or 4 times when she was younger. And that was the arm that is hurting her the worst right now, because it's her dominant arm because she's right-handed, and that's the one that she used. That's what took the brunt of the fall, you know. Yes, she is good now, Randy. She's home and everything. She got to come home last night. So that's why I wasn't on last night, because I was kind of, and that's the thing. I said, you know, the night before, I was like, I don't know about tomorrow, but if something happens, check, you know, if you don't hear anything, you know, whatever, you know, if I don't post anything, then, you know, I'll try to, though. If something happens, I'll try to post something. And then as soon as that happened, it was like, yeah, I need to post something. So it was like I almost had, you know, it was like it even started then already, you know. Because there was something last night, it was just like, you know, but I usually, if I'm not for sure anyway, you know, I usually do try to say something, you know, because some days it's like with everything going and whatever, but then whenever we decided we are going to get away from for the weekend, so it was like, okay, we're getting stuff done so we can go. And I was like, well, see how everything goes around 9 if I'm able to come on. So I had time, so I was like, okay. Well, actually, I have my vintage tissue doll cover thing. I got my other spools of yarn in, the green in yesterday, actually, and then the other ones came in today, which I was surprised because I thought they weren't coming in until tomorrow. Oh, well, I'm glad that you did, Goofy. So her middle name isn't Grace. Right. Well, that was one thing that came to my mind because we used to always call my sister Gracie, you know, especially my mom, because my sister, she's never been graceful. She never has been. And so, but I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Sending hugs and prayers, also prayers for angels surrounding her with healing and protection. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. And she very much does too. Well, she's always so worried about my dad falling because he has like a hip issue and stuff. And I mean, well, a knee issue, but it stems from his hip, I think. But anyway, he's been in physical therapy for that and seems to be doing better. But he does have a cane just in case if he's going to be walking a lot, you know. But really, a lot of times he doesn't even use it. But a lot of times he probably should have in the past, maybe. But anyway, that's beside the point. But anyway, she's always so worried about him falling, you know. And she was like, and here I am, you know. And it's like, things happen. So I may have missed something, Goofy. I don't. You didn't hear it from me. I may have missed something. Never been graceful. Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's been different times. I mean, that I certainly haven't been the most graceful, but oh, my sister, she would just, yeah, she just, no grace, no grace, no grace. But but now, I mean, and I think part of it, honestly, for her, as we found out later, she got bigger, older, like teenage years and stuff like that. Um, she has issues with her spine and stuff too. So, you know, now it's like, but she doesn't really have any issues of, you know, whatever. But she has some back issues. So I was referring to when you said your sister isn't as graceful. Ah, gotcha. My dad used to say I could fall over my own breath. Oh my gosh, Patty. Well, I am excited about how this is kind of turning out, but oh my gosh, it's taken a lot of thread. Um, this is how far I've gotten on it now. I'm starting, and of course, everything is looking a wreck right now. So, you know, it's one of the trust the processes of what it looks like after you get done. But, so now I'm starting on this little bottom ruffle here. So I've got most of this, like right in here, done. But I still have ruffle that I have to put down here. So this color I did get in today. It did arrive today. So I'm thankful for that. So this will probably be going on the trip with me to get it finished up. Because it's gonna take a minute. I came home early from my mini trip. I'm safe and sound at home. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you made it safe and sound home. You were entertaining. Well, as long as you never got hurt though, and then people made fun of that, that is what, yeah. And if you can laugh about it and laugh at yourself, I mean, because believe me, there's been times that, you know, I've had such things happen too, and it's like, okay, now I need to find where I left off. You're on your fourth cake on your bread spread. Oh, awesome, Patty. You are trucking right along. That is awesome. Well, I am just so happy about the way the weather has changed and everything, but I didn't spend enough time outside today. And I really wanted to, but I didn't because I had other stuff to get done in here for us to go. But oh my gosh, it was amazing when I was out. It was because it was almost cold. And so we did have to turn the attic fan off because we went ahead and turned everything off and just turned on the attic fan then, but Whitney turned it off before he went to bed because he did go ahead and go to bed. It was an awful trip home. Severe smoke in Iowa from fires somewhere, and the interstate was full of semis and construction. Yeah, they were talking about that on the weather earlier today, Randy, that yeah, there was going to be smoke and stuff from something too, but I don't know if it's from Canada fires or I don't know. I didn't listen enough intently to see. 66 are in it so far. Wow. That's amazing, Patty. So do you think you have about that many to go, or are you halfway yet, or no? Not halfway. I figured 260 hanks. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, so you have a little ways yet. And oh my gosh, today I was really freaking out because I'm doing this lace where I'm crocheting, the red, white, and blue. And I was freaking out. I was freaking out so bad because it was like I was trying to find this other piece of lace because I knew I had two pieces. I knew I did. I found it. Finally. It was all rolled up in one of my boxes that I had that had my ribbon and lace and stuff in it. But whenever I'd look through it, I guess it was just folded up enough because I was super freaking out because it was like, I don't know if I'm going to find that down here because I found that lace up north and not every Dollar Tree is the same, And I was like, if I don't find that, I am not going to be happy at all. But I finally found it, so now that is going with me to finish that lace too. So we're taking the truck, so Whitney will be driving, so I'll have time that I can crochet while we're driving too. Yes, lovely weather. It's 64 here now. All my windows are open and ceiling fans all on. Yes, isn't it beautiful and wonderful, Randy? It's amazing. I'm loving it. And I love the sounds of outside in the summertime with all the, little critters. Yes, yes, I do. This is my second of the green, my second one of the green, and I'm starting to kind of get down to it. And I ordered a 3-pack. So, and I ordered a 3-pack of the cream color too. So yeah, there's a lot of thread in there. I mean, to me, it's a lot of thread for no bigger than what it is. But that's what happens. Like, you know, well, like with what you're working on, it's like it takes a lot. It seems like, you would think in my brain, I'm thinking, oh, it shouldn't take that much. But yeah, I mean, it does because its stitches are much smaller. And because if I would make this in regular yarn, this thing would be gigantic. It'd be like a child's clothing. But I love this little dress. It was my favorite of all of the ones. I mean, whenever I looked at it, usually I think, okay, if it's multiple choice like that and if it's for someone else, I pray about it. I just kind of be like, okay, Lord, guide me in where you think what the person might want. Because the lady told me she didn't care. I could make it however I wanted it. She really honestly did not care. And whenever I looked at it, this is the one immediately I saw it. It was like, boom, that's it. And it was like, okay. And it does have a lot of ruffles on it. But it's super cute. I'm so relaxed doing this bedspread. Yeah, because you said it was an easy kind of mindless like project, right? So yeah, absolutely. I could see how it would be. I like those kind of projects. And I'm getting ready to do that baby blanket once I get this done. And I have that one doll I have to make yet though too, but that won't take me very long. I can get that done pretty quick after we get back this weekend. So and then yeah, because it's this, the doll, and the EpiPen cover. And the EpiPen cover won't take me any time to do. So, but my golf clubs and bag and everything turned out really cute. I don't know if I might be able to put a picture up on here to show it. I've done it before, but I don't know if it'll let me or not. I'm going to try. I saw Fall on Halloween in the stores already. Oh yeah, it's been around here too, Goofy. It's been here too. And I do too. I love fall, but I'm just not ready for it yet. I'm not ready for it yet. Get me to about mid 3/4 through August, and then I will be. Okay, I'm gonna try to find. Yeah, here it is. No, oh, you can't see. Yeah, you can. My golf clubs and the ball and the little bear. That was the order I delivered yesterday. I think I have showed them along the way, but I didn't show the golf clubs and stuff completed. So, but I think the golf clubs turned out really good. And she was like, "Oh, Johnna," she was like, "That is so cute." So it's going to her little grandbaby, her new little grandbaby, Fall came a little too fast. I don't know that this weather's here to stay for too long. I think it's gonna I think we're gonna have another round of some, but you never know. About the time that our fair hits, it seems like it's blazing hot then too. Well, thank you, Goofy. Thank you, Danae. I love your curly plush style. That bear, did you use a pattern or freehand it? I actually used a pattern from Poggy's Place, and I used the blanket yarn for it. That normally I would use the Posh, but I don't have any of my Posh left to use. I mean, I have a few colors left of a little bit here and there, but it's all blanket yarn now. But that bear pattern, I think, turned out really good for it being with the blanket yarn. I think I wondered how it would be for its features and stuff, but I think it turned out pretty cute. So, and she loved it. So, and that's all she wanted was just a little guy, you know. And I didn't put the safety eyes on. I just went ahead and sewed the nose and the safety eyes since it was going to a little guy. Hey, Milo. I'm so exhausted. I went shopping with my grandma and now I'm tired. Oh, I don't know if you remember me. Yes, I do, Milo. I am not crochet. I am not crochet today. Well, you've been busy today. Hello, Larry. Love needlepoint? I have not done needlepoint for a long time. I used to do a lot of cross stitch, and every now and then I would do needlepoint, but not very often. I think it's beautiful. My cousin does a lot of like embroidery and needlepoint, you know, just all of that kind of stuff, you know. She does a lot of quilting. Good, Goofy. I'm glad that you did have a great day. Excuse me. Good, Milo. Well, I didn't wake up until about 8:45 this morning, and I was like, oh boy, my day's already gone. So today has went really fast for me, and it feels like I didn't get a whole lot done, but I mean, I did get stuff done, but it just feels like I didn't. Milo was still recovering, so he's slightly in pain, but it's his big satellite cone on his head. Oh, Luna's had to wear the cone of shame too, you know? And that was interesting. And it's raining right now. I'm going to have the best sleep. Oh, yeah, just like a little shower in the summertime to go to sleep to. Isn't that wonderful? Around 10? Hey, and I was a person that used to, if I could sleep in, I would suck it for what it was worth on just sucking every bit of sleep out that I could. And but that's whenever I would stay up way super late. Whenever I was younger, I just fought sleep so bad. But as I got older, that just I think after having kids, I think that's what done it was after having kids. So now if I get too screwed up in my sleep timing and all of that kind of stuff, then I'm like, oh boy. So that's why I told Whitney, I was like, what time do you want to leave tomorrow? Oh, well, we'll just get up and just see how the morning goes, and which is fine because then we can make sure we have everything packed, which I have some stuff packed. Don't have everything packed, but we'll want to wake up and drink our coffee and do all the thing, do all that to kind of get started for the day. And we're not going too terribly far, but far enough to get away. To get away, we just need to get away. That's why I told him. I said we need to get away and just get away. So we're looking forward to it. I sat down. That's one thing I spent a couple hours on. Honestly, was looking things up, making a plan, um, looking some stuff up to do in the area, which where we're going, there's a ton of things to do that we both very much enjoy. And we're both love history and stuff like that. So there's a lot that we can do where we're going. So I'm looking forward to it. And it's not stuff that is just like, oh, we have to be on the go, go, go. It's nothing like that. It's very nice, relaxing. Like I told him, I would like to just go to some antique shops, if there's any yarn shops or something, or just crafty shops of some kind, just like your little mom and pop type places, and finding different places to eat, and just going walking, you know. We don't have to have our time filled up the whole time we're there. So, Yeah, he's always injuring himself. This time he got bit by something on his tail and it caused an infection that he couldn't stop itching. Aw. I'm calling it a night. Many blessings, love. Sleep well. Well, good night, Randy, and thanks for stopping in, and I'm glad you made it home safely. I learned staying up is bad and affects adulthood, so I'm staying away from it so I sleep when I can. Yeah. Celery break. I need to hit the fridge. Get you some celery. What does Whitney want to do, Lenora? Is that what you're asking? Oh, my nose. I'm here, but slightly not getting gas. Okay. Not bad with peanut butter, but we'll eat plain. Yeah, that's usually what I do is if I'm eating celery, I'll put a little bit of peanut butter on it. Or eat it plain either way. Yeah, I mean, same as what I kind of said. I mean, there's different places that we can walk to see different things, murals and things like that. I mean, he likes to do the antiquing thing, and the history stuff. And that's what he said. He was mentioning like a couple of other different towns around the area that we'll be in. And so yeah, there's a lot of different things that he mentioned that he wanted to do too that I am totally on board with. And food, you know, that's the running joke with him. He's about food. That's his thing. I mean, well, meat in general. Because I know whenever I was still working, that was kind of the running joke. You know, I told him and my kids, and even the rest of my family, whatever. If you ever needed me at work, call the front desk because my phone, I put it in my desk. I mean, I only looked at it whenever I was like in between clients, to make sure if a client, had texted me or something, if they were running late or if they needed to cancel or whatever. Um, but I just thought it was disrespectful to have my phone out all the time, whenever I was with a client because I was there for my client, they were there for their experience and their service and whatever. And so I was like, I'm not gonna have my phone out. So anyway, he would ultimately call the front desk, and 9 times out of 10 it was one of my real good friends that I worked with, and it would ultimately be her that would answer, or maybe one of the other girls that would kind of knew him, and it would always be about what he was grilling or what he was making for supper or doing or whatever. And I'm like, you're only supposed to do that in emergencies. You can text me that stuff. So, finding different places to eat, there's a barbecue place that's around there that we're thinking about trying, and a couple of other restaurants that I looked up, just to see in the area, because we're all about you find the mom and pops and the holes in the wall type thing. We don't want to go to chain stuff. So we usually try to find, one or two places we want to try, and just being outside, just getting away, just, yeah. And hopefully it's not blazing hot where we're going. Opinion on spaghetti and ranch together. Well, I put ranch dressing on my salad because we usually have salad with spaghetti, but I don't put it on my spaghetti. I'm back now driving to DQ. Last lie all made me hungry. This time I'm coming prepared with a blizzard because it's hot here for me. Oh, oh, spaghetti and ranch is really good, or with hot sauce. Well, and the thing is with spaghetti, you think about it, you know, with pizza, I eat ranch with my pizza, that or the like the French or Catalina or something like that. But a lot of times I will do the ranch. So in a way, it's kind of the same. You know, it has the pizza and spaghetti sauce. To me, pizza sauce and spaghetti sauce are very similar. You know, and sometimes I use it for spaghetti sauce. So you know, okay, what bug is that? It just came out of nowhere. Right, the food begins. My mom talks about that when she was a kid and stuff about the peanuts and Coke and stuff, and I've never tried it. I mean, she never even had us try it. She's talked about it, but she's never even, like, you know, because sometimes you'll have your kids try, you know, things that you used to have or that you liked as a kid or something like that, you know? But she never did. Blizzards on me, just pretend you all get one and that the emoji was actually for a DQ blizzard. There you go. Oh, yummy yum. Eggs and syrup. Yeah, I've done that too. Yes, bacon. Yeah. The sweet and salty on that, because usually I don't go between that, you know, as much, but whenever it comes to bacon and syrup, yeah, I kind of, yeah. Grits is something that I have never tried. Hello, Nifty. How are you? I hope you're doing good. You don't like bacon? Well, there's people that don't. Cookie dough blizzard. Okay, I'm hoping this is all centered good. Well, it is definitely nice to see you, Nifty. Bacon's great, but I know it's not for everyone. Okay, my blizzard. Get a big chunk of cookie dough. Oh, the Heath Bar blizzards? Yeah. Oh, I had an awful hangnail. Folding your laundry. I got that done. I got laundry put away earlier. This girl only dreams of that food, can't eat it. Yes, as far as I know, she's still here. I don't know what that was in the bottom of my glass. Oh gosh. Back overskirt ruffle. Okay, I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm here. I think my brain is seizing up. Well, if you're working outside all day, you're probably are exhausted. I know at 2 o'clock last night, whenever it was getting closer and closer to 2, it was like, I cannot stay awake. Well, I got to a stopping point on my dress, so I'm going to stop on it for right now. So I got this part of the ruffle down here done in the back. And again, it looks like a big ball of nothing right now. Looks like a big booty. Looks like a big booty. Right there in the back. But anyway, I got this ruffle done. I got the front parts of it done. Now I need to start. Which ruffle is it? I'm going to have to look. Yeah, it'll be the back ruffles back here, I think. Because I think I do that in green. Maybe. I'm going to have to look here. I think that's right. But I could be wrong. So anyway, and my Amazon thing is about to die too. I'm running low on my battery. I didn't get it charged up good before I came on tonight. So I'm just going to work on this lace. Because I think I am on the last row of this. Is this my scalloped edge that I need to finish up on it, and then I'll be done with it and can start the other one. And once I get it done, then I'll go ahead and sew the this star lace onto the t-shirt that's underneath my cows there. And then I'll be done with that. Because I'm just kind of taking my time on this one. There's no hurry for it because it's just for me. So. Oh man, I want to work on something, but I think my hands are a little swollen. Oh no. Yeah, you just need to probably just take a break, Lenora. You probably just do. Especially if your hands are doing that. I've had to do the same. Two, three, four, five, six. I'm trying to remember how many I did in between. Okay. Great progress though. Thick booty. Yeah, she's got a booty. I arrived late. What are you working on? Well, I was working on the tissue doll, the vintage tissue, toilet tissue doll pattern, but I'm at a stopping point on it where I need to actually switch and work on another part of it. So I'm taking a break from it and I'm moving to my lace now. Hello, Pamela. We took our trees. Took out trees, trimmed some up, burnt brush, cleaned out more raspberries, moved dirt, and I don't know what else. Oh, the boys caught crickets for the lizard. Aw, nice. Yeah, you were busy today. You got a lot done. Well, Whitney got all the mowing done and got, I think he did the weed eating and then he blew out all the grass and everything. And usually I go out and help, but I was trying to get everything done in here, so, and it kept him busy, and that was good. So we don't have to worry about that now. Really, it didn't look like the grass was that tall or anything, but once he started mowing, it's like, oh my gosh, it was taller than what I thought. Can I see your tissue doll? I have been wanting to make one of those since I first started to learn how to crochet. I'll show it to you, but it ain't. It's not much. It's nothing much to look at right now. But yeah, this is the body of bodice, of course, and the little arms and stuff. And then there's little. And I say little booty, but she's got herself a big booty. And so, yeah, that's where the tissue will sit. Of course, is under here, as everyone knows. But I still have a lot of ruffles and stuff to do yet. So we mowed some too. Jesus, so much cooler. I said everyone outside, it's a work in the yard day. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a gorgeous day. And Lou, she was loving it. And just running and playing and it was like, you can stay outside as long as you want. There's no danger of getting overheated today. And she did. She took advantage of it different times. Okay, am I doing that right? I think I am. Okay, did I skip two? And I'm only skipping one right now. I think I actually skipped two. Need to take out a few of these because I did not do what I did earlier. Well, thank you, Nifty. I think it's gonna be cute once I get it all the way done. And get, you know, the tissue in there to shape it more. And I'm just glad I got all my thread in, so I don't have to worry about that. Because I was really afraid that I thought it was tomorrow that my other thread was supposed to be here, and I thought, well, there goes me working on that while we're gone. But it showed up today, so I'll get it finished. And Stitch made it to his forever home, so, safe and sound. So I'm glad that he got delivered to his location. And I had went and not taken any pictures, so I had them send me a picture. So I would have one of him, because I could have swore that I did, but I scrolled and scrolled, and it's like, okay. I must have either deleted it or did not take any pictures, so... Oh, great. What's that there for? I don't have a needle. And really, I thought I would hear more of the traffic out there tonight, but it's pretty quiet. Usually the interstate is just nuts. It's pretty quiet. Well, tack on it. I couldn't see my stitch. I've about used up this whole spool. Well, hello, Scrollin. How are you? I'm working on a pair of slippers. The yarn I am using is cotton. The color is grape. Oh. Well, thank you, Scrollin. So you're using cotton for your slippers. Okay. That would be nice. Nice and soft. Doing good over here, Scrollin. Hope you're the same. Thinking about making an emo unicorn. That would be different. I don't know if I'm going to make it. If I'm going to have enough to make it to the end or not. I have more. I have more. I was hoping this would get me to the end. Oh yeah, I mean, somebody out there would very much enjoy it. Goofy. I am working on my crocheted lace where I was taking the ribbon lace and then adding my other lace to it, crocheting more lace onto it for my t-shirt, my upcycled t-shirt. I had worked on my tissue doll cover for a little bit, but I was at a stopping point on it, so then switched to this. Oh, I am gonna have enough. And this worked out perfect. Yay. And it came out perfect. I just had this much left, so that's good. So I've got my first strip of this done that I've crocheted onto. So oh, the neighbor, he must have taken his dog with him. Lulu, it's fine. He he got to go with Dad this time, so he's just excited to be home probably, so it's fine. He's a truck driver too, so evidently Pup got to go with Dad this time. Because I could hear him barking in the distance, and I thought it was the neighbor, just their dog out in the yard, and no, it was them driving, him coming through, heading home. Okay, so I'll set this over here. I am glad to get that done. I don't know if this says, I was hoping this would say a year on it, but it doesn't. Boil fast, embroidery, weaving, knitting, and crochet. 75 yards, pearl cotton. I'm going to keep the spool. Yep, they do. They do have pep cups. I get them for Lou all the time. Oh, Luna goes nuts. I can't. I have to keep telling her to sit and use her girly manners and everything, and she goes nuts. But she thinks every drive-through, even at the bank, she thinks every drive-through, everything is about her. Because everybody knows her and caters to her, you know. Because at the bank, which, I mean, she thinks is, you know, whatever, but you know, they all do it to all the dogs, but still, you know what I'm saying. So she thinks it's all about her. So everywhere we go, she thinks, oh, well, I'm going to get a treat. Well, she does, because the bank tellers, you know, give her a biscuit every time or a cookie every time we go through. And if we go to DQ, you know, to get something, we'll usually get her a little pup cup. And if we take the kids through McDonald's or something, or even just us, if we're out somewhere and just me and Whitney going to share a chicken nugget or something, or whatever, she usually gets a chicken nugget. So she's all about food. Her thing has always been food. She is very food motivated. It's just a little cup of ice cream that they give, just like a little tiny cup. And they have the peppuccinos too that you can get like at the coffee, some of the coffee shops and stuff. Right. Well, they just know. They do. They get to where they know. And that's with her. She gets all excited because she is there for a purpose. It's all about her. She doesn't care what you get. She wants hers, you know. What breed is your Milo? Want a dog, but kind of scared of them. Well, you just need to do your research on them, you know, on different dogs and stuff, you know. And if you're not used to being around them, it is different, you know. If you, growing up, if you didn't have, pets, dogs, whatever. Okay, how did that happen? Okay. I had a pet goldfish when I was little, but it died the next day and my mom flushed it down the toilet. Aww. I used to be very afraid of dogs all my life, but I learned not to be afraid recently because my sister has 4. Got to know them, not scared now. Yeah. Okay, now I gotta remember the stitches I used here on the lace. I don't know if I spaced it. No, I didn't. Aw. We used to have betta fish. The betta fish we had lived for quite a while, actually. I was surprised that they lived as long as they did. Oh, shoot. looked at the website where I got it from, and it's 39 cents. Oh my gosh. Hmm. What time's it getting to be? Well, I am probably going to get off of here for tonight because, like I said, I wasn't going to be on here very long, and I've already been on for almost 2 hours. Because I want to get to bed and get to sleep. So can be up to get ready to take off tomorrow. And I may be live in the morning. Whenever we're driving, I may just go live and crochet and talk and whatever. So, Goofy, I'm going to go ahead and get off for tonight. So, like I said, I may be on, I'm going to try to be on while we're driving in the morning, I think. So, if something happens, if that doesn't happen, I'll put something up on the community thing. But yes, I do plan on being here at some point tomorrow scrolling, so just be watching for my notification. If it's not in the morning, it'll be in the afternoon sometime. So because we're gonna be traveling. So while we're driving, and Whitney's driving, so I'll be able to go live. So anyway, but thank you for hanging out with me tonight, everyone. I appreciate you guys so much. And I got a little bit of stuff done, so, and, you know, but I got to talk to you guys, so that's the main thing. I wanted to get on and hang out with you guys and chat for a while. So, anyway, I look forward to seeing you later. Everybody have a good night, get some good rest, and love you guys. Love you guys dearly, and we will talk again soon. Bye. Bye-bye, Nifty.